Hey y'all, love, peace, and soul. This is Twin Flame Eclipse Epiphanies Part 2, Part 3. Big up France. I got my first international order for my products from France. Big y'all up. Big up everybody who supported since my show. Since me being on Brother Panic show, I'm so grateful to y'all. Alright, but this is the continuation, Part 2. I was saying the divine masculine as well. A lot of them are being cleansed from roots that has been put on them by either karmic partners, by the women in their families of origins. Okay, yeah, roots that was put on their ass. Okay, cleansing from wait, let me go back to it where it says exactly, because I felt that too as well, as to why they would have been so blinded to the connection. Okay, magic rituals may keep you chained to the past. Okay, so they need to do cleansing rituals, detoxification. It's on both of our ends. Both of our ends. The divine masculine and feminine, especially in these heavy portal energies, you have to. You always, for me, it's keeping candles lit. Me, it's always keeping candles lit, fire, essence, incense, spiritual baths. Spiritual baths, y'all. Hold on. This reeks of spiritual baths. Okay? Spiritual baths. Okay? You can definitely go to my website, empresselegance.com, and I would say get the orange spice and the pennyroyal. I have the body wash, I have the spray and the creams, right? Those definitely help in cleansing. And I used my soap. I took basil leaf and rue, the natural herb plant, still green and live, where you have to keep it in the refrigerator. Take the leaves, and I put my soap on the leaves and used the leaves as like a rag, and washed my body and just washed everything away. That was another reason why I feel we connected, my beloved and I connected on a whole nother level. Okay, was because I was doing them spiritual baths for this eclipse. I was like, oh, I gotta set this off right. This is it, my business. Ow, ow, ow. And listen, it made me merge with my twin. We merged on a whole nother level. But look at this. We got the divine feminines, got beauty queen. This is us. We being carefree, fancy free, loving ourselves, loving the divinity and the beauty within ourselves, being playful. My daughter, I got this idea from my daughter. Yeah, she was like, now you look like Harley Quinn, mommy. You look like Harley Quinn. I was like, okay, baby girl. Right? That's beauty queens that we are. Yes, we are. Right? And they're realizing, the divine masculines are realizing who is what. Can the true gems please stand up? The true gems. He's realizing the true gem that we are. Okay? You know, that inner beauty. Again, we're beautiful on the outside, but our beauty, I feel the divine feminine, that archetype, our beauty exudes from the inside out. It's like it comes out of our pores. All right, now let's get to this herbs, and then let's get to the goddess energy. Again, the moon came out again for the divine feminine. Lemon balm. And I love me some fever grass. Lemongrass. What? I also have that as well. My lemon lavender. check out my website, guys. You know, it's always good to get these free readings. But, you know, I say support. You can support me. Even if you don't want to donate, you can support me by going to my website, buying a spray, buy a shower gel. And it's an even exchange. They're crystal infused. They're all natural and spirit infused. Okay? You can't go wrong with anything that's spirit infused. Alright? We got the moon. Lemon balm is calming and relaxing and counteracts moodiness and melancholy. A diaphoretic, cooling, it is used as a tea to induce sweating and treat colds and reduce fevers. Pisces, ruled by Neptune. Okay, one who is brooding and melancholy, longing for the past and trouble accepting the present. Cool, reserved person, instinctual feelings, evolution. Evolution. Look at that, and then look at the scorpion. Evolution. And then the divine masculine got the 3 of wands. Hold on. What did I see here? Ow, look at that. I like that. I like that. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. So being that Venus entered Pisces as well, there's going to be... Oh, that makes sense. Thank you for that. That makes sense as to why this Page of Cups keeps coming out. It came out in a personal reading I just did. Okay? Yes, that Pisces energy, that wanting to express the love that you have. Hold on, let me find this 3 of Wands. Saffron. Okay, this is the divine masculine, saffron. Stimulant, diaphoretic as well. Carminative, emmenagogue, meaning for the menses. For all circulatory disorders, promotes pelvic circulation and is also used as a flavoring agent in cooking. Should be used only in minute quantities as one uses a spice for cooking. The end is in sight. Only a little more is left to do. Picking up loose ends, resting on one's laurels, counting one's chickens before they have hatched. So, this is a reminder for the divine masculine, okay, that he's almost at the finish line to receive his true gem. Okay, to receive his true gem, who his true gem is, right? Don't fall back. Don't get weak. Don't get weary, because you've reached a mile. That pain that he had to go through, the pain that they've been feeling, that was a major milestone. Those epiphanies for him to realize the illusion that he's been keeping up for himself, the illusions that he's been keeping up, that the divine feminine is this, that, and the other that isn't for him, okay, or whatever the case may be. And also him realizing that he needed to take back his power. He thought he was in control all this time, but he wasn't in control. Source is in control. His higher self is in control. Okay? All right, let's get to these God and goddess, and then, because it's late now, I could say early. Okay, and my battery about to go out anyway. Freya, irresistibility. Yes. Okay, the love that the divine feminines. We are all irresistible in our own ways. Enjoyment is a natural part of life. Center yourself and be confident among chaos. Picture the most beautiful warrior woman standing proudly upon the battlefield, her hair whipping around her and her weapon in her hand. She stands proudly, head held high, eyes flashing, a feathered cape upon her shoulders. Around her neck rests the most magnificent gold and amber necklace glittering against her skin. She is a figure of both fear and desire. Meet the Norse goddess Freya. Although she is a deity with many talents, including war and witchcraft, Freya is primarily considered a goddess of sexuality because of her independent and confident primal nature. Unashamed of her beauty and power, she is often depicted naked, wearing nothing but the great constellation of a necklace called Be Rising Amen Fire. Okay? Naked, wearing only look at the constellation, y'all. Okay? Wow, that's deep. Freya's necklace, wrought with gold and amber, represents the power of the four elements and the fertile power of the synergy when these elements come together. When she wears it, she becomes irresistible to all. In the Norse myth, whenever she rode into battle, she received half the slain and Odin the other half. Her maidens, the Valkyries, assisted her in removing the heroic dead from the battlefield. Even after death, men still wanted to be with her and fight alongside her. Freya was known for her wisdom as well as her irresistible nature, and Norse women sought her out for her blessings and advice on healing, magic, and relationship matters. Most of us could do with a dose of Freya's confidence and irresistibleness at some point. It is very easy to lose confidence when our feelings aren't, I'm going to say that, pull up selective. It is very easy to lose confidence when our feelings aren't reciprocated, when we haven't felt beautiful for a while or after a breakup. Perhaps we have never experienced solid physical confidence, and this holds us back from being confident and owning our true power. Freya assures us that we are all powerfully attractive. Her message is that external beauty is not enough. It is the confidence in our attractiveness that truly makes us beautiful. And I just was saying that our beauty exudes it comes from the inside, and it comes out. It's like it comes out of our pores. Okay? Shadow side. When we are bombarded with images of unreal beauty in today's world, we are bombarded with images of unreal beauty in today's world. You only have to look at the digitally altered images in magazines to see that the beauty there is impossible to attain. It's hard to feel attractive when unrealistic levels of perfection seem to have become the norm. Media's emphasis is always on how to look beautiful or irresistible in a way that the rest of society wants, instead of feeling confident and beautiful to ourselves. When this pursuit of an idealized form of beauty becomes an obsession, beauty is no longer natural or nourishing. We now have large numbers of people who look only to the outside for their self-worth and don't feel worthy if new people aren't attracted to them all the time. While Freya was irresistible, she balanced this aspect with other parts of her nature, such as her confidence and her strength. Okay? Confidence, strength. Keep it up, divine feminines. Rejection is spirit's protection. Remember that. Even if your feelings are not reciprocated. Symbols: white cat, amber, gold necklace, feathered cloth, Valkyries. Okay? That's Freya, irresistible. Now, we're going to read Ra. Yes, Ra. Okay. Power. Know that you have power and that it is real. This card is an invitation to be your most vital self and develop your power from the inside out. Ra is the embodiment of power, creative power, solar power, power in leadership, and physical power. So powerful was Ra within the Egyptian pantheon that his identity was often combined and fused with other gods' identities. Pharaohs were known as sons of Ra as a reference to their omnipotence, and all considered Ra a father figure. Ra as a deity is an ancient one, but not until the 4th and 5th dynasties did his cult grow to become one of the most commanding. It was then that he inspired huge constructions, including temples, public spaces, pyramids, and tombs, most of them aligned to the cycles of the sun. Ra's worshippers created, practiced, and recorded beautiful and magical prayers, rites, and invocations of all kinds. Many still survive today. That goes to show, too, the spiritual nature of the divine masculine. We cannot, downplay their spirituality, their spiritual gifts, their intuition, okay? We have to give them credit. Hold on. Excuse me. One of the most recognized solar deities of almost any culture. Ra is the personification of the sun, in particular the setting sun, as it travels. Thank you. As it travels beneath the underworld to resurrect itself at dawn. The ancient Egyptians knew how much their survival and that of all beings relied upon the blessings of the sun. So Ra was an integral part of their spiritual life, right? The mighty Ra calls us to power up and become fully alive when we feel drained or powerless. And that's what I felt from my divine masculine. His sadness, his grief, he didn't feel like himself. We are not honoring our birthright. When it seems like our lives are being controlled by rules or what others ask or tell us to do, it is easy to feel powerless. Sorry. Hold on. True power is always a pure and good force. We find it by looking inward. Sorry. Uh-oh. It's about to go off, y'all. Hold on. Developing practices that enable us to increase our inner power, for example, meditation or spellcraft, can help us retain a good level of energy. This means we can feel empowered even under difficult circumstances. When we don't feel like we are in control of a certain situation, we need only look inward to see that we do have true power over how we deal with and respond to situations. Meaning, we always have power in our own lives. Ra also calls us outside to receive the blessings of the sun. We need the sun's rays to set off essential chemical reactions in our bodies, such as the production of vitamin D. And without this, we can feel tired and even confused. Shadow side. Power can corrupt those who do not channel it well. Abuse of power can occur anywhere, on teams, families, groups, friends, jobs. It is damaging on many levels. Ensure you are not... Wow. That's good if he changed. Right? Ensures that you are not part of the problem and not disempowering others. Corruption empowers just a few and is, of course, answerable to the laws of Ma'at and man. Symbol by jet disc, the large, the solar disc, and man with the head of a hawk, phoenix, or beetle. Phoenix, hawk, falcon. Okay. He don't know. He don't know what you're gonna do. They always trying to project what we gonna do when they need to worry about themselves. What are you gonna do? What actions are you doing? You don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, they're afraid. They're also afraid of rejection as well. That's why I said everything that I say for divine masculine also goes for the feminine, and what I say for the feminine goes for the masculine. Okay? They're definite. Remember, we're mirrors. I know that they definitely are fearing rejection if they do come and offer this cup. Okay? They're definitely feeling afraid of that. But look at these two temperance right here. Okay? It's like, okay, if you don't want to take the cup, I'm going to be free. If you don't offer me my cup of love, I'll be free to do whatever I need to do and attract who I need to in my life. I want to attract you. It's you I want to bring in. It's you. You're the reason why I've been detoxing. You're the reason why I've been purging. You're the reason why I cry. You're the reason why I read these cards. Okay? Oh, that's good. That's good. That's right. I'm thinking about doing the same thing, girl. Nobody ain't gonna know until I just up and do it. You know, because of the haterations. That's another thing too, divine feminines. Don't let everybody know your plans, because everybody is not rooting for you. Wow. God. I don't know what happened. I didn't know you could resume live streams. I did not know you could resume. I'm always learning. Because I do this by myself. Like, I'm telling you, it's a minimum amount of information that I get from others. Like, it's like how to, just how to initiate a channel, how to, go about doing certain things business-wise. Like, I'm still learning, y'all. I just wanted to add this on. I forgot where I left off at, but I just wanted to give, like, my personal testimony on the epiphanies that I came to as a divine feminine. And I went through that merging aspect with my beloved over the last weekend. And I said, okay, this can mean a couple of things. Like I said, this can mean the John Hancock syndrome, if that's what you want to call it, or situation, or that type of template for the twin flames. I said, what if that's my template? What if, we're always going to be at arm's length from each other, and whenever we try to get, this is what I said, because, all right, we know in the John Hancock pantheon mythology, all right, we know that every time that they came together, that he would become weakened, right? And he wouldn't be able to protect his divine feminine, so-called, he's in a weakened state. He becomes mortal again. And I feel that the reason why the divine masculine stays away as well, not just for the divine feminine to gain her power, to gain her strength, to do a lot of inner work, for him to do the inner work, is also because a part of him has to die. His ego has to die. He may feel weak, especially in what is taught in society, that for, especially for his template, for a man to want to be with one woman, it's like, what? You want to be with, especially where he's coming from, it's like, you want to be with one woman? That's crazy. And then they like, well, let me see what she does. She better be, her joint better be made of gold. And then when they see, the simplistic beauty of the divine feminine, they feel like, oh, well, she not a dime. She not this. She not that. And I feel that that's unfair to the divine feminine. This whole journey, I feel, is unfair to the divine feminine. God damn it. But when I thought about, at first I got really sad. I was like, so this means that me and him is never going to get together in this lifetime? What does it mean? It means in these other dimensions we together, but in the third dimension is so, I feel that it's because the third dimension is so dense. Now let's look at it in terms of density. Let's be scientists now. In terms of density, remember, this is like the most dense plane. The reason why in 5D and beyond we are able to connect easier and faster, and it's more fluid, peace, Peace and love. Yeah, when you get a chance, catch it from the beginning. It's like the reason why it's so challenging in this realm is because it's dense. There's so many things. We have these dense bodies that these prison suits that we walk around in, that hold in pain, that hold in DNA trauma, okay? And it's like, that's why we go through so much hell in the 3D realm to get together with your beloved, because he's your husband. In any realm, any dimension, any planet, that's your husband, okay? And the divine feminine is your wife, no matter what dimension you in. That's why we have these lucid ass dreams. And it's scary because we know that we astral projected to somewhere else. We know it wasn't a regular dream. You know when it's not a regular dream, niggas. You know when it's not a regular dream. Okay? You know. You was like, no, we went somewhere. We was somewhere else that night. Or when you astral projected to your beloved, you think you dreaming, and then he posts a picture of you and him, and it's only your light that you see, and you're like, wait a minute, I was right there with him in the elevator. Right there with him in the elevator. I said, I'm prepared. I said, I'm prepared. I'm going to be prepared for this. That I'm going to be spiritually connected to this person. And only truth can come out. Only more truth can come out from this. Whether we're supposed to be together, whether he was a false twin, or he just was a catalyst, or whatever you want, any labels that want to come about. Okay, only truth can be revealed. And this winter, this eclipse season is going to be revealing harsh truths. When I had that merging aspect with my twin this past weekend, last weekend, like I said, I started having nightmares, and I rarely have nightmares because I'm able to take control in my dreams. But it was touching some severe, real mommy issues, mother and son issues, people using what they deem as a weakness in me, or what I may feel as a weakness in me, to try to get ahead or to try to hurt me. It was a lot that came out. And right after I finished crying, I cried for 3 hours straight, basically. Put down channels, my little voice diary recordings, my Empress logs. And I was basically talking to my beloved. I was trying to talk it out in my head, talk out the emotions, talk about, okay, so what does this mean? What do I do with this? You gave me this bag of sadness and grief to process. And I'm like, okay, I know there's things I have to work out with it myself. Like I said, mommy issues, I got to work out with it myself. And releasing my exes, but you're going through the same thing as well. So that's why I was just like, I still send you love. I still love you. But now I have to stay away for ooh, yes, that's what made the tables are definitely turning. Okay, the tables are turning, and I feel like my makeup represents the water and the fire, the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands that we are becoming, right? We are embodying this energy, right? And in order for him to conclude his transition into the King of Cups, because we are becoming the Queen of Wands, we are the Queen of Wands right now, and the tables are gonna have to turn. He gonna have to play that. The roles will be reversed. Okay? Because when we first linked up, I was in my moon energy, my Queen of Cups energy, okay? And he was in his King of Wands energy. Wow, that's deep. Both of our moon signs. Wow. Shit. Okay? Now the tables are turned in. And now either they're going to be forced to either watch us with a soulmate or become vulnerable and offer that cup of love to the divine feminine. At least friendship has to be initiated. Okay? And that was one of the epiphanies was that I was like that he's realizing like now I want to go after her now, but I feel like a sucker. I'm sorry, y'all. Every time I get on this camera, that's when everything want to purge, everything want to come out, burning incense and everything, and drinking water. Everything wants to come out. I'm sorry, but I had to get this out because I've been holding this in for a week. I was stuck for a week, not able to produce my products, not even able to do readings. I did one reading and it just put me over I was sleeping for days. Okay? I feel that it's the last Kundalini awakening for the wave that I know that I'm in. The class that I know that I'm in. We're about to graduate. Y'all. It's the last Kundalini awakening. And now we as the divine feminines are going to have to stay away. So that for them to complete their healing. We're going to have to stay away. No, we cannot disconnect energetically, telepathically. We know that is impossible. No matter what we try to do, Spirit will be like, okay, I'm gonna make you feel. I can make you feel. Yes. Because I felt I felt all of that sadness. It was ridiculous. It was. And I like I said, I tried to pinpoint it, and I was like, this is from both of us. These tears are for both of our pain that we've been through. Even the pain that we've been going through on this journey, the pain that we about to go through on this journey. This life is full of fucking pain. Okay? And I just was like, all right, I need to continue to get my ducks in a row. I'm going to continue to get my ducks in a row. But I'm not bent on it being set one way. I'm like, whatever's meant for me, I still love you, but what is meant for me will come to me. And I want it to be you. So come to me, come home to me, And that was, I felt so helpless. I felt like that was the only thing that I can do, was just to like put it out in the ethers while I was crying. Snot everywhere. Okay, till the sun came up, and I just was like, don't feel no way. It wasn't the time for it. It wasn't don't beat yourself up now that you realize. Now that you know better, do better. Just do it. Just do it like Nike, goddammit. Just do it. Just call me, text me. Something. You have to give me that sign so I can know that it's you. Okay? Because a lot of us are dealing with a lot of frauds that we come across, or so-called fake twins or catalysts. And the divine feminine is in the process of weeding those energies out of her life. And I don't want to weed you out of my life. You know what I'm saying? If you're making your way back home, I'm just gonna have to keep my energy going within. You know, and it's hard when you connect so strongly with someone. I've never felt that energy before in my life. And I knew it was him because I was forced to think about him. The Last Dragon is sparked. Watching that movie just sparked the last Kundalini awakening in me. And it wasn't just, like I said, because it was my soulmate's story. And it made me understand him on another level where I can't even be jealous anymore. Like, I can't even, you know, I understand. I know who he is. You know what I'm saying? And it made me understand my beloved more. Okay? So, boom. Now I had reached these understandings of who these people are. Right? Watching that movie brought so much childhood memories. So much love, so many things about myself. I used to sit and record and sing all the Vanity songs. Remember that part? It's magic star, first one that I see tonight. Give me some of that magic. Yo, I used to sing that as a little girl. And it just brought me, and I used to have tapes. Those tapes got lost in the sauce. You hear me? I would love to hear those tapes right now of me singing those songs as a 4-5-year-old little girl. Okay? Talking about magic. And then look at me working my magic. And it just brought, like I said, it brought back so a lot of my family members are not here anymore. That I remember we used to watch that movie together. Like, that was the thing. Like, oh, Last Dragon is on. Come on, y'all. As a family, we would all watch it. All of my grandmother's children, grandchildren, all in one room. You feel me? And a lot of them are not here anymore. And the ones that are left, it's like we all, you know, went our separate ways, you know, busy raising our own families. But like I said, it activated a Kundalini awakening within me to bring about a healing, to bring about healing of childhood issues, man. And it made me be vulnerable, and it made me connect with him. And I'm just like, I just would love to let him know, like, that it's going to be okay. Because I went through the same thing you went through. And you're going to heal even faster than how I healed. It took me over 4 years. It's 4 years now. Since that was January 29th, I broke up with my ex. And then February 3rd would have been 10 years. So a week before our 10-year anniversary, I broke up with him. Okay, and it wasn't no regular breakup. I had to violate a nigga to get a nigga out the house. I was calling po-po on a nigga, and it wasn't leaving. I was calling the regular po-pos, and they was like, well, why don't you do counseling? I couldn't believe it. I was like, yo, get him out my house. Get him out my house. You're not going to lock him up. Or he'll leave before the cops get there. And then he'll come back hours later. Okay. Sometimes I would change the locks on the door. And homie would fucking break down the door and get back. Yo, this dude was relentless. I'm gonna lay down the chronicles. Maybe I should wait to lay down the chronicles on my ex-husband. That dude. That mofo. Oh my good Lord. Oh my good Lord. Yes, I would change the locks. That nigga would kick in the door and be back in the crib. And I'd be like, yo, didn't I get rid of you? Didn't I call the cops on you? That's when I knew I had to handle that shit spiritually. And that's when I did a spiritual bath. And I said, listen, I loved him so much. I loved him more than I loved myself. And that's why we was together for so long. But when I knew, I went I was like, listen, I need a bed. I need to get. Now, if it's meant for him to stay, I want him to stay. But if he don't have my best interest at heart, he got to go. They whipped up the concoction for me. Boom. I was doing the bath. He came home while I was in the bath. And I was ministrating. So it gave it extra power. Then what sealed it off, which surprised me because we wasn't really having sex at that time. Then we wound up having sex. And that solidified it. And while I just was thinking, I was like, listen, if it's meant for him to stay, I do love my husband dearly. But he has to change. And if it's not, and if he is not meant for him to be in my life, then he got to go. And he got to go ASAP. And honey, all of that solidified. What was it? You know, when you put it on, you know, when you put it on him, hold on. And let me tell you, that session was around the house type of session. In every room type of session. And it had him on act right. It had him on act right for like 2 weeks. And after that 2 weeks ended and his true colors came shining through again. And I was like, this is it. And that nigga tried to kill me in the house in front of my children. And I was like, oh no, this is a wrap. But I'm going to give the full chronicles in a separate video. I don't want this to be too... I just wanted to talk about these epiphanies. And I know the epiphanies are not done because we in an eclipse portal right now. So, of course, there's going to be a lot of confusion. There's a lot of heavy energy. You have to be diligent in keeping your vibration high, especially divine feminine, because if you sink low, what you think your divine masculine is going to do, he's definitely going to sink low. So you have to keep the vibration high. Cry together. Y'all cry together etherically, telepathically. Cry together. Cry it out. You know what I'm saying? Talk to him. Even if you're recording it on your phone, on your phone, doing a voice note. Record these things. Okay? So that way when you do, if and when you do come together, you have a collection to show him like, yo, did you feel that? That weekend, this is what happened for me. Ba, 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 ba. And it'll even show him, and then, just think about the endearment that, the level of love that can be reached and attained, and then even just for yourself, even just to get it out. That's why I had to do a voice. I was up for and then I deleted the first voice recording. I laid down that channel. It was so original, so authentic, natural, and I went to play it back and I pressed delete by accident. So I had to lay that whole channel down all over again. And then more came and more insights came. And I'm trying to give y'all just a little tidbit without giving away who my beloved is, because I would never do that. I have to protect my union. And we may come to realizations in this epiphany season. The person that we think is may not, or the person that we think is, but we may not be able to consummate something physically. But my heart, I'm like, I know I signed up for this as a spiritual being that didn't have a vehicle yet. And I'm like, would she have taken into account this loneliness? Would she really sign me up for this powerful ass connection for it never to amount to anything? I was like, damn, she's that cruel? She's that cruel? And she like, listen, I'm the real, you the avatar, nigga. You do what I say. That's what my higher self said. You do what I say. You the avatar. Alright? I animate you. You do what I say. If I say you gotta be alone for X amount of time without romance and all of that good shit, and you still have to maintain your confidence, maintain the love of self, get through those carnal needs, in order for you to help others, then that's what you're going to have to do. And I was like, well, damn, that's a hard pill that's a big pill to motherfucking swallow. Just like it's a big pill for the divine masculine to swallow, that he may feel weakened connecting with his beloved. He may feel weak, because the connection is so emotionally strong and so spiritually strong. He may feel weakened, like, yo, nah, I usually am in control in my relationships. Chicks run after me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I rule. If I say yay, it's a yay. If I say no, it's a no. But, yo, she's spiritually advanced. It's her that's running this. She knew all the time. She knew all this time. So, it's a big pill to swallow for the divine masculine. For them to realize that they have been keeping up an illusion that has amounted to nothing but loss. Not only for themselves, but for the divine feminine. Has amounted to nothing but loss. They've lost money, dealing with all these karmics, soulmates, whatever you want to call them, with these other women. Alright? Money, time, energy. They've been drawn further and further away from who their true self really is when they deal with these people, friends, family, putting everyone else first, everyone else's needs, putting the facade first. Okay, keep putting the mask that they hold up first. And that's a lot for them to swallow. That's a lot. Especially if they felt like they was already enlightened. If they're the school of thoughts that they come from, they felt like they were already enlightened or already spiritually advanced. And then for them to really see that this connection is what will really take them to a higher octave. But it's not easy. And it involves a woman. It's like, nah, like that's not what I want for this life. Just like we divine feminines don't want to be alone, in this life, doing everything alone, but this is what is being called for at this time. Yep. This is what's being called for. And when I check out every pantheon, like even Hunger Games. Even Hunger Games was another twin flame story. Twin flame saga. And at the end, they finally, Peter and, what's my gal name? She. Hunger Games. Right? Katniss Everdeen. At the end, it was when they got to live a regular, normal family life. The Ten of Cups. It was when they finally reached their Ten of Cups. It was towards the end of their story. Not while they were going through all the growth and all the battles that they went through. So right now we in the midst of the battle. We are in the midst of the Gideon. And it would, oh my God, of course it would be so satisfying. It would be so helpful if we could do it together. But we are doing it together. That's what Spirit came to show me that weekend when we were forced to merge. When I was forced to feel that, his pain and his sadness and his grief. It was like, you're doing this together. You're helping him. Whether he knows it or not. Whether he will, just like he's coming to the epiphany of who you are now, that you are special to him. Continue to have faith. Continue to have faith. Not in a person, but in yourself, that you're going to be strong enough to make it through the Gideon. That's what it's all about, making it through to the Gideon. So keep fasting. Keep purging. Right? Take those spiritual baths every day if you have to. Especially during this portal release. This is, oh my God, this is a release like no other. No other. Brace yourself for this Kundalini. If you haven't started it, brace yourself for this last Kundalini awakening of merging. Think of the Caduceus symbol. That was a vision I caught as well of the Caduceus, and I seen the two serpents. They were kissing. Okay, like we're finally meeting eye to eye. All right, so it's upon us. It's upon us. When these things happen, when these triggers happen, when you want to call them, when you want to reach out to them, Divine Feminine, don't do it. Don't do it. Every time I say I'm not going to do it, and then I'll throw a little something out there, and then I don't get a reaction, I know that I probably help to push them away further. Because think about it. You're being triggered, right? We don't know how we could be triggering them, or how they're experiencing the trigger. And then you go and try to reach out to them. He gonna be like, oh no, I can't even answer her right now. I can't even go. This is too much. Between the dream that I had last night to me breaking up with this other girl, my business is starting to flop. You know what I'm saying? People who were supposed to have my back and got my back. I can't deal with this right now. I can't deal with this right now. And then you reach out to them, and then you're getting rejected, and then you're looking at it in a negative light. Look, it was like, yo, I was like, yo, I thought I came into surrender with the separation. I did it last weekend. It was like, I understand. I totally get it. I totally understand why you've been away. Why you keep yourself from me. I totally understand why. Because it's too powerful. It's nothing personal with me. It's not that you don't like me. It's not that you don't think that I'm beautiful. It's not, especially if you're my true beloved. I know you love me. I know that you think I'm beautiful. I know about all of that. I just have to know that when you reject me, it's you protecting me. Think about Edward. Let's go back to the Pantheon. Edward, when in what was it, the second one? And he basically was like, you can't fit in my world. You're not part of my world. He was really and truly trying to protect her. He thought in his mind that he was protecting her. But then I think in the Pantheon, that's what I thought. Like, well, okay, well, maybe this is the sign that because she had to still reach out to him in order for them to get back together. So I'm like, well, maybe I still need to reach out. No. Remember, you can't follow the Pantheon, you know, step by step. It may not go. It may not be that time. So I feel like, you know, the little thing that the little DM I sent, maybe set things back a little bit, but not much. Not much, because I was like, okay, don't view it as rejection. Don't view it as, no, don't view it that way. View it as, you know why. You know why already. And be grateful for it, because you are becoming the deity, the essence, the energy that you were always destined to be. There's so much more greatness within you, and it needs to be dug out. And with each rejection, it gets more and more comes out, like you're detoxing. The more and more you detox, the more herbs you take, the more time you spend in the sauna or in the spa, the more things that gets drudged out from the bottom up. Okay, and then that's when my subconscious was riding me. The nightmares was coming in. All the things that I knew that I'm like, you gotta work on that. You gotta work on your family. With me, it was my family of origin, my relationships with my people in my family, my blood family. basically, and exuding forgiveness, and not holding a grudge with them. um, those things starting to come out in me, figuring out how to do that, how to formulate that with grace, with gratitude. You know what I mean? Because it blocks your blessings when you don't do that. You know? So I said, okay, that's something I definitely need to work on. You know? Because when the divine feminine takes her love away from anybody, whether it's family or the divine masculine, when the divine feminine takes her love away, you feel it. Okay? That's the type of love that we exude for people. You will feel it. Okay? It's like, oh, you cut me off. Why you cut me off? You can't believe it. Yo, listen, I've had people come out the woodworks like, well, you should have called me if you felt the way, and blah blah. And I'm like, didn't we talk about this? Like, I'm not chasing nobody, and I run down nobody, and I beg no friend. I'm not begging no shifts from no job. I'm keeping it 100. Like, either you're going to recognize my divinity and recognize who I am, because now I know who I am. So it's just left for you to recognize it. And how I uphold that is me upholding my boundaries. Okay? Now, if you don't like that, that's too bad. Okay? But you're not going to make me feel bad for upholding my boundaries about who I am. So, with that being said, I think I'm going to conclude this. It's getting late. Just want to give a word of encouragement, because we going through it right now. Shit, girl, if you got to put your Harley Quinn on, makeup on, then that's what you got to do. If you got to up your crystal game, and that's what you got to do. You know, the detoxing, the spiritual baths. Like I said, you could go to my website, empresselegance.com. I have orange spice is good for protection, and my pennyroyal is also good for bringing in abundance, because it's not just being protected, it's also about a cleansing as well, right? To be able to clean off and then to fortify your aura. Okay? So, and don't be afraid if you start seeing entities in the dark. Okay? That may just be another one of your superpowers coming out to light. I think that too. A lot of our more gifts will be definitely coming out to light during this eclipse season. Alright? So peace and love to my family. Peace and love to you and yours. And I'm going to catch y'all on a rebound. Alright? Look out for the new year insights that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing it for the year of the dog. That's right, the year of the underdog, the year of Anubis, and Pooh. We in there. Peace.